only a tiny fraction of viral creators stay relevant longer than 3 years. So that's the other thing too. If you do become hot, it's only the algorithm gods that decide how hot you're going to be and for how long, right? So these are things that we're sort of figuring out as we learn the science of what it means to live in this social media society. I can tell you for a fact that I had a Facebook page that had 600,000 followers, and it was very active, and it probably made over $1 million a year. It was really that powerful. The rapper Young Ma got discovered on that page. Like she said this in interviews. I'm not making this up, and Facebook just took it. They just took it down. They didn't give any explanation. They didn't send me like a notification. They didn't give me a warning. And I think it's probably because I quoted Malcolm X or something. And this was back when they would define anything related to race. Anytime you talk about racism, they would call that racism. So it's like so talking about racism or telling people not to talk about racism kind of became the new racism. So they were taking people down left and right. And it just disappeared, and we had to figure it out. And what saved us was that I kind of came into this process not depending solely on social media, but also expecting the unexpected. I came in expecting that maybe white society would not like what I had to say. I knew that a lot of black people wouldn't like what I had to say because I'm not interested in giving a message that is consistent and similar to what black people have been saying all along because we know that that has never worked. We know that marching, praying, and voting for the Democrats and doing whatever we're told and going to work for white people has not worked. Going into student loan debt has not worked. So, but I felt qualified to speak on things in a different way because I have this doctorate in finance. And I said, no, actually, here's where you make your money. If you want to make money, become an investor in the stock market, own real estate, start businesses, teach wealth to your kids, have an estate plan, plan for your death, and so you can keep the wealth in the family and then also learn how to think differently, right? So ultimately, I had to apply that firsthand in terms of how we built the Black Business School and the things that we do. I never once said, "Oh yeah, I'm a content creator, I'm a social media influencer." There wasn't even such a thing as a social media influencer when I first got started. There was no such thing as anybody running around saying I'm a content creator. That's kind of a new thing, and I would encourage you when you look at the statistics and you look at how few content creators actually make decent money. I would encourage you to tell your kids if they tell you that they want to be a content creator just say it's cool to be a content creator, but what do you like get some substance first? Does that make sense? Like it's like somebody saying they want to be a preacher, but you ain't got nothing to preach about. You ain't never lived, you ain't never did nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense? Like, or you say you want to be a teacher, but you can't teach nothing. There's nothing like all you know how to do. Like you've studied the art of teaching, but you have nothing in your brain to teach, no skill to teach anybody. That's kind of weird, right? So anyway, this is something I just wanted to share. And by the way, let me know if you can hear me. Can everybody hear me okay? Because it looks like the activity's kind of slowed down. So I don't know if I'm being blocked or shadow banned or what, but let me know if you can hear me or not, if you can hear me okay.